Hi, my name is Tess and I'm from Academic Skills. This is a short video to introduce you to some ideas and strategies to help you with your transition into ANU. Please go to our website for more information. First thing to know about transitioning is that it is very individual and it will depend on your personality, previous experience, how much stress you may experience. Some research suggests that it comes in cycles. This may not happen just once. And you might feel all of these things in the course of one day. Quite often when you first start, you might be filled with excitement about the new experience. But then something might happen that you're not so sure about, and you might feel a little shock, sadness, or worry. Once you move through that, you start to make the necessary adjustments and recover from your shock until eventually you adapt and feel more a part of your new cultural environment. Remember, all of this is very normal, and remember that these are just phases. It's normal to go through them more than once, say when some new event or experience comes up. There's a great little video on our Wattle site that you might want to watch that demonstrates how this looks in real life. The thing about culture is that much of what is different between cultures is hidden. The obvious differences are only the tip of the iceberg. Think about the things you've noticed since arriving in Australia. You might notice that people dress differently or use different slang or expressions, and the food might be quite different. But there are many other cultural practices that you might not notice straight away, like what are the correct manners when addressing someone new, or how you start a relationship with someone. The same goes for academic practices. Some things are obvious, some things might cause you some shock and require some adjustment or adaptation. Things like, when is it okay to seek help? What should you call your professor, etc. We're here to help you understand some of the more implicit academic practices. So what is different about Australian culture, and more specifically, Australian academic culture? It turns out, compared to many countries, Australians can be very casual when dealing with people in authority. For example, this means that we refer to our Vice-Chancellor as Brian. We still have respect for our professors, but we tend to be more informal when addressing them. In Australia, you will be expected to be an independent learner. That means if you're not sure about something, you need to ask. Your teachers won't always spell everything out for you. You need to learn to manage yourself and your time, and it's up to you to know the rules and follow them. These are just a couple of the things you might notice are different about academic culture at ANU. It's important to keep in mind that you might have to adjust some of your previous practices. A great example is with writing. English academic writing is writer responsible. That means it's up to the writer to make the meaning very explicit. In other cultures, it's the other way around. The reader needs to work out what it all means. One way is not better than the other, they are just different. What this means in practice is that you will need to put your ideas and positions very clearly at the beginning of your assignments and make it clear to the marker what you think based on your critical assessment of the evidence. So how can you adapt and change to your new environment? I suggest that you take a look at the other videos and materials on our orientation Wattle site and on our study skills web pages. If you can, go to our O-Week workshops or come and make an appointment with us at Academic Skills. There are a number of skills that you can develop, and we're here to help. We have resources to help you learn good researching practices and to manage your reading load, how to reference correctly, how to take good notes, how to write essays and reports and other writing types. We can also give you some advice on how to improve your English. My top tip, if you haven't already, change all your devices so that they are in English. Force yourself to be immersed in the new language. As the manager of Academic Skills, I really want to remind you to make use of our services if you're unsure or concerned or just want to develop your skills. We're here to help right throughout your studies. All the best.